Hey everybody, it's been a little while since I've done a pickup video. I've got quite a bit over the last month, 2 months. I've shown a decent amount of it in certain videos. Everything I'm going to show in this video isn't everything I've gotten. It's just sort of a random assortment. I picked out a few of the better things, a few of the random things, so enjoy! Up first I have Record of Agarest War 2 on the PS3. This only came out on the PS3. This is the limited edition. This series is a little odd because the first game came out physical release on the 360 and digital only on the PS3. Second game, which was actually a prequel called Record of Agarest War 0, came out on both physical releases. And then this one, the actual second game, only came out on PS3 at all. So if you're a fan and you only own one of those two systems, it's kind of hard to, you know, complete the whole series and play them all, especially if you want the physical copies. Now this limited edition, like their other ones, is a little weird. It contains some very odd, unique items. One being a shrink-wrapped into the shape of a heart hand towel, and the other being a little small inflatable character from the game. I will not call it a blow-up doll, because that'll just make it sound even creepier, but it's only this big, so, you know, good luck doing something with it if you really want to. But yeah, the games are fun. They're strategy RPGs, and they have very odd collector's editions, but check this out if you happen to missed it. And it came out not too long ago, about a month ago, I'm going to say. It was back when I was out on tour, but grab it if you like strategy RPGs. I've been trying to add more games to my European collection, so I picked up Zombie Hunters on the PS2. I ordered this on eBay probably 2.5 months ago, and only finally got the actual game I wanted 2 weeks ago. To make this story make more sense, a few months ago I posted a video that was called like eBay issues and game pickups, and it was mainly me talking about all the troubles I've been having with buying games on eBay through European sellers. Communication problems, them sending me just crappy, really bad condition games. Well, I thought it was over, but I ordered this new copy because I decided I would just try to buy new sealed copies, or at least like new copies, you know, to avoid hassle. Well, this seller sent me the Spanish version of Zombie Hunters. On the back of the case, it had English and Spanish translation, and I was thinking, okay, well, maybe that'll be okay. So I opened it up, and unfortunately the whole guide inside was all in Spanish, no English at all. So it was more or less full Spanish with, hey, here's a little bit of English dialogue on the back. So I emailed them because I knew that there was a full English version where the, you know, all the info and stuff was all in English, and they basically said, oh, we're sorry, we didn't realize, you know, we sent you that. Whoops. And I had already opened it because I had checked the instruction manual, and they had, this one seller had like super strict, you know, rules. They wanted the original packing receipt they sent me, which was the first time I've ever had that asked on eBay. But they were a real company, so I guess, you know, that's just how they did it, even on eBay or their website. And then since I had already opened it, they basically said, you know, screw you. And I asked, well, so I don't open a case against eBay for you sending me the wrong product, can we do a partial refund? So they eventually gave me some amount of this back. I don't think it was even half. It was close to it, though. So I ordered another copy from Australia, but it was the only new, like, really nice condition copy I could find that would ship worldwide. And I think I got it for like 25 bucks. But I finally got a actual English version of Zombie Hunters on the PS2. I've been working on adding more games to my Sega CD and Saturn collection. I picked up Android Assault: The Revenge of Bari Arm. It's a 2D side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, and I love those type of games. Now, this is apparently kind of hard to find on eBay right now. I've only seen a couple copies over the last month, and they've ranged anywhere from $30 up to $60, $70. Just depends on, obviously, the condition, and I guess if a bidding war starts between a couple people wanting it because there's not another one up, you know, to purchase. But I didn't realize that this game was sort of scarce, or at least as much as it is. I also got Earthworm Jim Special Edition. Now, this was another issue where I got the game, and it wasn't quite the way it was described. It had some pencil drawing on the inside of the manual, which was able to be erased, and it looks fine now. And it also had the side spine was like folded in on itself. It wasn't ripped or torn, but it just wasn't the way it was supposed to be. So I messaged the person back, and they said through a few messages, they said they would finally refund me $10 of my purchase. Now, this brings up a point of, if you buy something on eBay and it comes not as described, don't just leave negative feedback right away, and don't request to return it, because a lot of times you have to pay shipping and handling. First, just ask if you can put up with the condition, or it's fixable, that the item that you got. Ask if maybe for a partial refund. Now, I've gotten all the way up to a full refund, especially on some of these stupid European issues I've been having. But I've had all the way up to a half of the payment I put out for a game, and I've gotten it back. So give it a try. At least if anything, $5 back is better than nothing. If they didn't describe it correctly. And last is Creature Shock on the Sega Saturn, a survival horror game that was pretty cheap. I think it was like $15. But it looks pretty decent. It looks like it had good 3D graphics to it, so I grabbed that one as well. Some newer titles that I've picked up are Syndicate and Binary Domain. I waited for both of these to go down in price from their $60 price tags. I think I got Syndicate for $25 used, and Binary Domain for about $30. They've only been out each for a few months now. Binary Domain, I started playing about three or 4 hours into it. Cool third-person shooter with robots and kind of squad-based control with a voice chat feature where you can actually call out the commands to your team, or you can do it with the controller. It's the best part, at least for me so far, is just the destruction of the robots and how much damage they have to take before they die, and all the little pieces that fall off of them, and they crawl on the ground to come at you. Very cool. A lot of you don't get really bored, because each robot kind of dies or has their own end attack in their own way. So not bad. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I got the Game of the Year edition of Dead Island. Regardless if you think this should have been a Game of the Year edition or not, at least they put the extra content on the disc. I am not a fan of DLC. I don't buy any download stuff off of PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. I only buy physical release games. At least there's only one actual new thing that's on here. The other two were a part of the special edition of the game when it originally came out. I paid $30 for it, but I sold my original copy to a friend for $15, so I really only paid $15. So it's not bad. I enjoyed the game quite a bit. I got a Gravity Rush on the Vita. It's a cool adventure game where you use the tilt mechanics of the Vita to control and shift the gravity of the world. If you're looking for sort of a unique, fun adventure game, I would say give that a try. And this one's a little bit of a bummer. I picked up Pikmin 2 on the Wii. A little while back, I put up a video, one of the rare games I own videos, and I was talking about Pikmin 2 on the GameCube and how it's probably just going to go up in value from now because the Wii version apparently got canceled for America. It was announced years ago and then just never came out. And after Pikmin 3 was officially announced and talked about at E3 this year, all of a sudden this ended up on shelves with like really no announcement. I never saw anything on any websites, at least. I was in a store while I was on tour and I just saw it sitting on the shelf, and I literally was like, is that an import? What is that? But what really confused me was it's in a Nintendo Selects case, as in, like, all their other Nintendo Selects on the Wii were Wii games that had sold well on the Wii. This was a GameCube game, so I don't know why they didn't just stick with the new play controls like the first Pikmin was on the Wii. Maybe that series they hadn't put anything out on for a while, so they were afraid people would look at it and go, what the hell does this mean? Whatever. It just means that this was only $20. The GameCube version, I had already watched it started dropping down in price. It was going for the low end was the mid 30s, and then the high end was up above $50. Now it's like the high end's in the 40s, low end is high 20s. and it's probably just gonna, you know, drop even a little bit more than that because of this now. Who knows? Maybe the Wii version will eventually become, you know, rare or expensive and be more expensive than the GameCube version is. You never know. The PSP is basically dead in North America, but there are a few games still coming out for it. Gungnir, or Gungnir, however you want to pronounce it. RPG put out by Atlas. There are 2 more physical release games that I'm looking forward to coming out. One is the new Grow Lantern that comes out on July 31st, so just a couple weeks away. And the other one is called Ragnarok Tactics, which I saw there's pre-orders up on Amazon.com right now. But yeah, so there's a little bit life left on my PSP. I just can't believe how many RPGs, by the time it's dead, will have come out on that system. A few more old games, but very good ones. Ninja Gaiden 3 I finally grabbed a copy of. It's a really good condition, sticker's really nice. I think I paid 25 bucks for it. I've seen it a few times over the last year or two for even higher than that, not in as nice of condition, so I was happy to find this. I found this in one of the little game stores I found on tour. And Phantasy Star 4 on the Genesis. Now, for the longest time, I didn't realize that Phantasy Star 4 came in a cardboard box when it originally was released. I thought it was one of the hard shell ones. So as soon as I found that out, I was like, screw that, I'm not going to, you know, pay the extra for the cardboard. I'll just, you know, buy the cart. And it's good copy condition. The sticker has a few, like, light, you know, little lines, not really scratches into it, but just some marks on it. But overall, good condition. And now I have every Phantasy Star game that came out. To wrap up this video, I'm going to show some guides and a figurine that I got recently. Panzer Dragoon Orta. I think that was $3. Dragon Quest Rocket Slime. I got this, I think, for $15, but it was still brand new, sealed. Breath of Fire 3. This was 20 bucks, but it's in really nice condition, and I definitely have seen it go for more than that on eBay. Vandal Hearts 2. Picked up in Canada. And I think that, after conversion of money, I think that was about 20 bucks as well. Saga Frontier 2. I got this one for less than $10 because I bought a bunch at one store and he gave me a deal. Same with Xenosaga Episode 2. I think that was actually like 5 bucks. Heroes of Mana was like $5. And Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced was, I think, 8 bucks. So, nice addition to the strategy guide shelf, and some hard to find ones in there, especially out in the wild at a store. And then lastly, I got a Kuma figure for Persona 4. Ordered this months and months ago, waiting for it to come out, trying to build my Persona collection for figurines and stuff, and there's some more coming out this summer and into the fall, so looking forward to those. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up, and look for more video game videos from me in the future. Peace.